welcome everybody back for another Timberborn episode. It's update 5 time. Update 5 has definitely put a little bit of a halt into my map stuff, because if I press continue, it tells me that I cannot use the world anymore that I had. We're going to take a small little look at some of the new maps again. We will be continuing the series of the 2 districts, but we'll be playing on the new version of the I think I played on the waterfalls map, which is this one here. So we got a district here and a district over here currently, but now they've added the bad water coming in down this sort of left hand side if you're looking at where the districts are. We'll take a small little look at these maps. We got the lakes map, the plains map, the waterfalls map, obviously, the Beaver Ohm. Never played this map before. We've got Canyon, we got Craters, which is where I did one of my series, and I also did my island map based on this map. We've got Diorama, which is the smallest map in the game. It'd be very cool to jump back in and play this, but with the hard mode, and maybe not hard mode to start off with, but definitely play this smallest map on the update 5 mode. Helix Mountain, I've never played this, but this is definitely something that I wanted to try. We got this map, I'm not even going to try, the Minder. We've got the mountain range, the terraces, and 1,000 islands. And obviously it tells you to start off with the plains map as your first one, but we're going to jump into actually a custom. Actually, we don't need to do custom, but we're going to do waterfalls. We're going to jump into this, play on normal, and we're going to continue the double district series on the update 5. Now update 5, I have no idea. This is my first sort of look at this update, so I'm going to get stuff wrong. I'm going to get stuff completely wrong and probably kill a lot of beavers, but this is going to do some setting up. So this is obviously going to be district number 1. Oh. No, 1.0. No, whatever. Home. There we go. So obviously we're going to have to do a little bit of editing stuff through here. So this is where the bad water starts and goes down this side of the map, and obviously I believe the water actually goes, this is where it would normally come out, but it now separates and goes this way as well. They've also moved the mine location from over here, they've put it over here, and I think there was also a mine up here, which is now no longer here. So the mine is obviously now over in this back corner over here. But I'm going to quickly pause the game, get it ready, and set it up for how it was, and let's begin where we left off in the previous episode. So there we have it. We've got the beavers all ready to go, so we can obviously restart this once again. So this guy's over here will obviously be sort of a cool little tree farm area. I have not done it so that the water flows down this side of the map this time. We're going to play completely as the map is intended to be played. Obviously there's going to be some different stuff that I am not at all aware of. First things first, we need some deep water pumps. We'll pop in 2 on either side of the world here. Obviously we shall path out to here and down to there, obviously making sure that this all lines up, so when we get the dam in place, then that is all good and working. In fact, we should probably try and get that dam in ASAP. Obviously the districts will not be able to meet, so that bush is perfectly in the way. But also make sure that, oh, don't need a staircase yet. We'll make sure that these are all going to be connected up. We also need to, of course, path out on either side like so, and like so. We'd need some berry gatherers on this side here, just like so, and then obviously we'd need some over here as well. We'll just plonk them in here. That will get those berries there, along with some, obviously, some lumberjacks, and we'll plonk in maybe 2 of these on either side of the world. Actually, I'll plonk this one sort of further down here and there, so they get these ones, this one gets that one, but these ones can also reach out there. Now the next thing, which I always forget to do, is actually mark the trees for demolition. Not demolition, but cutting. So we'll get all these trees marked and all of these trees marked here. The other thing we need to do on this side of the map is come this way and maybe down to here and put in some more lumberjacks like so, just so we can get all of these trees down here as well. Obviously we'll eventually have the water coming down here as well, and hopefully they can get everything working and running straight away. So we're going to bump up the builders real quick to 4 on either side here. Obviously prioritize the pumpers like so. I think we can also like limit the depth as well, so they can actually go sort of lower and higher now, which is really cool that they can do that. We'll obviously make sure these workplaces are at highest priority as well. We don't want the water storage going down and affecting everything as well. So it also looks like we've got a deep bad water pump, a fluid dump. These are all the steam gauges, and these are fluid pumps, which is water and everything. And then these are heavy duty machinery, transferring the dangerous bad water into usable extract. And this is a bad water discharge, which seals. So that would obviously seal where this is coming out of, which is really cool to see. Obviously this will all turn like really bad, like this water, this hill down here is really bad and stuff. But these beavers over here will be the ones that sort of start playing with the bad water rather than the other side of the map. So let's quickly get some large industrial piles in on both sides of the world. I have just realized that they cannot reach because of this bush, so we'll make sure that is out of the way, and we can now get water. Quickly going to get some storage in for this said water. We'll obviously put in like 4 on either side to make sure that we have plenty of water for this first drought. I think I'm going to actually demolish the path that's on top of here and then connect them, so they won't go all the way, but they'll still build this actual thing. And then obviously we shall high prioritize the pumps, the water storage I mean, and the dam will be a second priority like so. So they will get that done and stuff as well, but hopefully a little bit easier as well. So the other thing we need to do is actually get the... Ooh, what's this? This is new. Beaver power only. Okay, cool. So this sort of replaces the water wheel, but how many beavers go into this? It was 100 logs though, so that is not like a starting area kind of thing. So we'll put in some water wheels on either side here. Oh, that's not going to work over there, is it really? That's going to be annoying. Or maybe it is like a starter thing. But these guys are the iron thieves, so everything's obviously going to be changed. These guys have got water storage over here. These guys obviously have no wood. We'll pause one of these actually. So they got food, they got water, which is plenty of stuff. These guys have 30 berries. These guys obviously start off with the starting berries from the game itself. Let's quickly get in a farm on both sides of the world here, like so. And obviously we need to get some, I was going to say baby makers, but they're not called baby makers, they are called breeding pods. So we'll plonk in 2 breeding pods on either side of the world as well. This should keep the numbers of beavers up like so. We should probably high prioritize these over everything else as well, on both sides of the map. The other thing we obviously need is to get a nice supply of the water, but obviously I'm not too sure what I want to do, because we got the large power wheel here, which is obviously powered by the beavers, and it comes out on either side, so maybe it might be worth plonking one of these in just to see what it's all about. Get a industrial plank thing in there, and then obviously we'll do water wheels down here, and obviously they will be used in later sort of preparation and stuff, so we'll quickly plonk one of those in there. And this should get built up relatively quickly, but I don't know how it's going to work because we struggled with this in the past. Obviously they're going to focus on the dam, which is the more important thing. We might actually want to... I've put these in the wrong side really, but this will keep all the green land over there sorted, but then I think we should probably put in a like a secondary dam just down here, which I think would be also really good. Let's quickly get this connected like so. Obviously there's no district limits, so I'm not too worried about that side of thing. Obviously we need to up the priority in there, probably drop this down to 2 workers because there's not too much building required, but there is some building required at the same time. So these guys are now going to be working away. There's obviously needs to be people in these, but not necessarily in all of these. So we can probably pause this guy. Probably pause this guy and one of these guys as well, because we don't need too many beavers in there, but we might need more beavers in here. We especially need to get these built up really quickly, especially considering this one takes so many logs. Making sure that obviously these guys can actually get around and build all of this stuff. These guys are now hungry as well, so it might be worth just putting every single resource into the farm here. Obviously this farm as well. So we go into the high production priority system. We can see that these ones are now under prioritied, and this one is then higher priority over here, so this one will get built up quicker. And then we can then start putting in some karabis like so. So we'll put those in here, and then we'll also do some of the, I think it's the soybeans that are better, but we'll do them like that as well. And then obviously when this building here is then all built up, we obviously need to actually just get rid of probably that there, and then we can then put in the fermenter in there and some of the other stuff too. So the fermenter can probably go like this, and then path just like so. But this is a kind of a big deal, a little bit more of a higher priority anyway. Well, no more or less than this one is a priority. Whereas these guys on this side of the world would need to have a sort of a larger area, but then obviously in the near future, how far can you reach anyway? Pretty far. So we need them to do all of this. The whole time he couldn't do anything because I just didn't mark it. Right, so you guys on this side of the world, obviously we got some issues with some storage, some berry storage. The farmers can actually get dropped down to 1. Probably unpause this because wood is a big key factor in this area, especially in building the dam. Let's quickly prioritize this and that kind of stuff too. So as long as we get planks on one side of the world, that means the logs will start coming back and everything, but it's harder than you'd think to actually get all this stuff set up, especially considering there's not too many logs on this side, and there's a lot of logs on this side because this is supposed to be your starting area. Now, while the beavers are beavering away, getting everything set up and built, I think we should probably get this one built up as well, and even potentially get in that lumberjack industrial lumber mill to go in there like so, and they should obviously connect up eventually like so. They've now got some beavers working away on the planting. This obviously needs to be as of higher priority as well. Again, wood is going to be a big problem. Not too bad this side because there's so much wood, but we do need to unlock the platforms, which obviously costs like 100 science. God, that's a lot of science nowadays. And then we can look at getting the district crossing, which is 600, so we need like 700 science just to get them to share resources across from each other. The next thing we need, obviously, the advanced breeding pods. Utilizes the breeding process, that costs a lot. Berries and extract. The barracks are still the same. We've got obviously the deep bad water pump now, and we got some of these centrifuge and the deep mechanical fluid pump instead of the deep mechanical water pump. And then obviously this one is like a stopper for it. I think these ones are the same. Yeah, they look pretty similar. Obviously we've got treated planks and stuff to deal with still. But metal is the same. I think power is the same, except the large power wheel, as opposed to the singular power wheel. The science buildings look the same, except there's grease factory. Yeah, everything else seems pretty similar in there. There's a ton more well-being stuff as well. So we got the showers, we got the medical beds, but then we have this decontamination pod. We've got the scratcher, we got swimming pool, we've got the exercise plaza, we've got a wind tunnel, we got the motivationer, and the mud bath, which is the stand one. And then I think we got some more decorational stuff like the clock, the bell, and the lantern. I don't think the lantern was there either. Monuments, I believe, are pretty similar to the last update. And I think that's everything. I don't think they changed the food again, but they definitely just added more dynamite as well, which is really cool, and an irrigation barrier. And that's gonna be expensive. But we need to get this get them in there, power harvesting those karabis. And obviously these guys need karabis as well. Are there any beavers over here? Oh. There's now a drought approaching. Uh-oh. These guys are hungry. I don't think we're going to survive this first drought. That's not good. That's not good at all. I'm not sure we planned very well for this. At all. Breeding pods are halted. We've got no food at the inn. We have got this thing powered up and ready to go, but we haven't got enough beavers to go around, basically. So we'll have to pause one of these and get him in there, and then we'll get this one built up pretty quickly as well. Food and water looks pretty dire on both sides of the world, and yeah. But we're still looking okay. There's 9 beavers on this side of the world, and they seem to have gotten enough food and stuff to go around. Should probably do a little bit of this, and then get in some berry gatherers down here, just to make sure that there are plenty of gatherers to go around. But that's where I'm going to leave the first episode of Update 5 Double Districts. I thought we'd throw into a bigger challenge first up of this episode series, I should say, and make sure that we are getting in there and everything is going well. We'll be playing the first drought in the next episode, and hopefully we'll have this area here still green and stuff, and hopefully it does spread everywhere. But I hope you guys did enjoy nonetheless, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.